Hello everyone, welcome back to another reading. This reading today is going to be all about what makes you special. Why is your soul so special? So these are the 4 piles that we have to pick from today. Pile number 1 starting at the left and pile number 4 all the way at the right. There will be timestamps in the description below for you to click and take you straight to your reading. So just remember that because you don't want to be scrolling all the way through. And just, let your intuition wild, set it free. Which pile's calling out to you? Colors, appearance, anything that sticks out. Let your intuition guide you, and I will speak to you all in my reading, you lovely souls. Hello, beautiful pile number 1s. If you chose this sticker, then this is going to be your short reading of what makes you so special, or what is a special quality or trait about you. So you should be able to tell if you're in the right place quite quickly, because these are just short, sweet messages. And your one's very interesting, okay? We're going to start off with the fact that I think you guys, what's really special about you is that you've always been independent. Even as a child, you may have just wanted to do things yourself or learn or know how to do things yourself. Like, you give me this energy of what is special about you is that you are independent. That's what's special. You're a little warrior. And what's special about you is I think people underestimate you sometimes, in the sense that it could be, and don't take this so literally, this example, but it could be, say for example, you're a girl who looks quite pretty and elegant, and you've maybe had like a job at, say, like a warehouse, lifting things around, or this type of energy, and people kind of look at you and they're like, are you sure you can do it? And it's that energy of people being like, are you sure you can do this, that makes you feel so raring. You're like, yeah, I can. I'm gonna prove everyone wrong that I can do this. And I think what makes you so special is your motivation to try and do things yourself. Your motivation to prove people wrong is what makes you so special. Your motivation to take things on. I feel like you guys, like, where there's a will, there's a way. And you take things on that maybe seem quite like a big of a task for you, or people just think like, you could be someone who looks very young for what they're trying to take on. Or I get this energy of you're going to try and do things anyway, even if people view you as immature in some way, or too young, or like, because inside you're a lot older than your years. You're very wise. You have the energy of, what I get with this is sage, and sage is really a very spiritual herb, and especially when you're cleansing, it links back to all these ancient practices and ancient cultures. And I just think you guys are a wise like sage. You have a very soothing, soft energy, and it's kind of just like, I get this energy. It's like, even though people may view you as like, oh, they don't know enough or something, you're like, I'm doing it anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. And this is what makes you special. You're not afraid to take things on. And a lot of the time, that's what stops people from trying new things, is that they doubt themselves. And even if you doubt yourself, you're always willing to give something a go, even if it doesn't turn out the best. Like, it's reminding me of this time where I broke my phone screen, and instead of taking it to like a proper shop, I was like, I can do this, I'm gonna fix this myself. Watched a little YouTube video. I replaced my screen. A few bits didn't work, but overall it was okay. And this is the energy you give me. You're not afraid to take things on, right? You're not scared to try new things. You're not scared to I think what I'm trying to get at is like learn and be independent. I also get this energy of, if like a small child, it's like, I keep getting your energy very much through in a childlike way. I know we're looking at a child, but you really have this energy inside of you as well, really pure-hearted. And it's almost as if like you hold things close to you that you love, and things that even if They don't seem special to other people. They're different in your eyes. And this is what's special about you. You have a way of viewing things that you see specialness, you see love, you see potential in so many things your heart falls in love with. You could be someone that enjoys many different things, enjoys learning many different things, or you just like to try out new things, new projects, new tasks. I feel as if you have this energy of very much, as I said, being wiser beyond your years. People see you and they think like you're very cute, you're very friendly, very bubbly, but in your head it's like you're so serious. Not serious in a bad way, but serious in a way like you have your own plans, you have your own mission of what you're gonna do with these, and it's all working out. And yeah, it's like you get lost in your own world of ideas and potential, of imagination. You have an amazing imagination, and I think what's special about you is that you know your capabilities. That's really special, because even if people, it's like I keep getting the energy that's very strong for this pile is that you don't like it when people doubt you. Okay, you think, well, why do you think I'm not, why do you think I couldn't do this? What makes you think just because I'm this way or just because I'm this, you don't think I could do this? Like, you don't like people putting you in a box, You're a free spirit. You are a free spirit. You're very connected to your heart chakra. You could be very connected to nature as well. I'm getting like especially forest type of places, like you could like water as well, but I feel like you're the type of people to pick going to like a forest, and you could really, you like exploring, going into the trees, like into the untrodden bits, exploring them types of paths. Like your mind's filled with wonder, it's filled with imagination and wonder in such a magical way of excitement. Yeah, your thing, it's even called the box tree fairy. So you could be very into trees, you could love trees, you could be a tree hugger. You get lost in trees, you think they're so beautiful. You could even really like bay leaf trees, sage trees, or even willow trees, I'm getting. Yeah, there's a really humorous energy that comes from you as well. And I think that even things that you take on, it's like you still have this light-hearted energy, and this is what makes you so capable and so special. Because if you take something on, I feel like even when it doesn't work out fully how you wanted, you do a really good job. People are impressed with just how skilled you are, for again how old you are. Like you could have been from a young age like this, like very independent. Like I used to love tying my own hair up when I was younger. I didn't used to like my dad doing it. I used to like trying to do it myself, and I feel like this is what you guys are like. You like to do things yourself. You love to learn how to do things. If someone's doing something, like if you were younger and your parent was doing something, you'd want them to show you what they're doing. You want to get involved, you know what I mean? You just have such a lit up spirit. And what makes you so special is that. What makes you so special is yeah, I get this energy of like, okay, this is the only way I could describe it. If your dog was so happy and playful and it ran into the forest and it was like, oh, look at all these sticks, I love all of them, I can't just pick up one, and it tries to pick up all of them in their mouth, and you're like, you're the owner laughing at them like, really, you're gonna try and pick up all of them, and you're like, okay, like, that it's specifically that energy. I really like that analogy that Spirit just gave me. It's like you're looking at your dog and you're like, really, you're gonna carry all of them? And you're like, yes I am, because I love it. Why not? You're such an inner child. Your inner child is very alive as well. But yeah, what else? I also get this energy of either you now, or maybe you were like this as a child and you're still like it now, because we never really change, we just learn more. So I feel like when you're younger, it could even be like, you could have even been a bit mischievous, but like no one would really know. Like you're like this quiet mischievous, right? So you could be like in a room gathering all these bits, doing something you're not supposed to be doing. And this is just an analogy. Doing all these things you're not supposed to be doing because in your mind it's like, wow, this is such a good idea. I'm going to do this. And it's probably a bad idea, you know, because I get this vibe when we're younger. So I'm telling you guys so much stories, but this reminds me of a time when I was younger as well, and I found these eggs, and I really thought that if I sat on them and warmed them up that they would hatch as real chickens. And so I was this went on my own mission, collected all these eggs. I was like, right, this is a brilliant idea. Put my best outfit on, started sitting on the eggs, and I ended up breaking them. They ended up going all over the carpet, and my parents came in, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, nothing. Like, this is the vibe I get. It's like you go on these elaborate plans, and then, you know, you're very to yourself about it sometimes, I think. Because maybe you find people won't understand, because I really do think you have a really special imagination. You can see things that other people can't. You can see ideas that other people can't too. And you're just ready. You're ready to go. You're ready to prove. You're ready to take over the world and prove everyone. You don't need to be a certain type of person to do something, you know, not to stereotype people. You don't need to have this or do this if you want to do something. Just do it. You know, like I was saying earlier, you don't need to be a screen fixer to fix a screen. Just do it. Just believe you can. You don't need to be I don't know, any certain type of person to want to be a builder per se, you know what I mean? Like, you can be any type of person. I feel like this is something that's special about you, is that you break stereotypes. A big theme for you. You break people's stereotypes. You like to prove people wrong. You know, there are no boundaries, there are no limits. This is a very special thing, and I think you're going to change the world in a really magical way throughout your incarnation, specifically because of this special trait. So never give up trying. Keep on doing you, because your brain is honestly a magical place. I don't think anyone will quite understand how it works like you do. You understand how your brain works. You know what you're on about. You know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So just keep on doing it. And those who question, watch them just be proved wrong, because you are the magician, you know? And you will take things on. Okay? You will try new things. You will learn new things. You will experiment. You will have fun in life. You will follow your heart. You will follow what lights you up. You will follow your inner child curiosity to help you expand. You're very creative. Yeah, you're like a little spiritual warrior. Honestly, that's all I get. You're a little spiritual warrior. Like, you're this beautiful little ball of light and life and joy and sweetness. But holy moly, is that just not it? That is not the whole picture. You're this small ball of light and sweetness, but you came here with big energy, okay? You have big energy. You're not this sweet little innocent, uncapable. And I feel like as well, a lot of people might even see you sometimes to be like, you know, you can't stick up for yourself, or like they see you as someone that they need to protect. That's what it is. People see you as someone they need to protect, when in reality they don't realize what you're like inside your mind. You do not need protecting. You're off in your own world, you know. This is what I mean. What's special about you is you're not someone to be underestimated. And you may even find through life people do underestimate you. And you know, something that's going to be so sweet, so rewarding, is that you prove all these people wrong. Okay? And even if you don't, you move on to the next thing. You're always moving. You're always growing. This is what makes you so special. So yeah, I hope you liked your reading, you guys, your short message about what makes you so special. I hope that you can resonate. If you can, leave a comment down below. And let me know what you think. I know this was very specific, but keep on going. You're not to be underestimated. You're not to be judged from the outside, because trust me, your mind is very different to how you are perceived, to how you first come across, to what's on the outside. Your mind's very different, okay? You are an amazing, creative, imaginative soul. So keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on being that little fairy that you are. I love you all very much, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello, beautiful pile number 2s who chose this fairy sticker. This is going to be your reading of what makes you so special. And what is so special about you? What's so special about you, pile 2, is that you're dreamers. You are dreamers. You see the life deeper than most people. with curiosity. You are so special because you ask the question, why? Why is life this way? Why is this flower this way? Why is it like this? What makes things the way that they are? What's special about you is this questioning. And it's this questioning that's special because ultimately, the only reason we really learn and grow and find out more understanding about life is by asking why. And this could also be for your thoughts too, your thought patterns. You may ask, why do I think this way? You know, it's this really evaluative type of energy that's really special about you. I also see what's special about you is your intrigue to, as we said, know the reason why, but this means that you love finding out and researching, you love understanding things, you love people explaining things to you about the world, you love learning about the world, you love learning about new concepts. Some of you could be into, you know, finding out the deeper reason of why behind what happens in a spiritual sense or a scientific sense. I think in general, you're just someone who appreciates life deeper because instead of walking through a path and just being lost, you're lost in a world of dreaming. You're not lost in like daily mundane things. You're lost in dreaming. You're lost in thinking about what's around you, the flowers that are around you, the objects that are around you. I think that you really get lost in this imaginative space, and it is really beautiful. This also, I'm pretty sure, is a forget-me-not flower, and forget-me-not flowers are literally my favorite flower. I'm not even joking. They're just beautiful, and I feel like you are just such a beautiful, beautiful soul inside and out. And a lot of your what makes you so special is from within. It's from your mind. Yeah, it's from your mind. So I could see you could be quite a reflective person or someone who does daydream a lot. You could like daydreaming. And I feel what's special about you is that when you're off in these daydreams, you really come across some quite magical thought loops. You come across thought loops that are from the divine. You come across thought loops that are from your third eye, your intuition, and that are connected with the collective consciousness. For some of you, you realize this, and for some of you, you don't realize this. You think that you're just, oh, I was lost for a second then, and now I'm back, but you're off in the quantum realm. You're off in the spiritual realm. Anytime that you zone out like this in daydream, you are off communicating and being in that energy of source, of spirit. So whether you realize or not, daydreaming is something that I think everyone can, not everyone can relate to, but everyone can understand what daydreaming is. And I think for some of you, you do see it in more of this way that you are exploring, you know, your mind, you're exploring the thought realm. And some of you see it as just daydreaming, but in reality, you are actually tapping into and tuning into your third eye. And that's why you get all this questioning of why, because that's ultimately what our third eye nudges us to do, is ask why. Why did something happen, or why is something happening, and what for, you know? But you could generally just be really intrigued by some things, you know, intrigued by some things that are more like foundational philosophical concepts, like why is the grass green, why is the sky blue? You know, you are so special because you question things that other people don't question. You reflect on things deeper than others. You dream about things and imagine things and get lost in your own world more than others do. And this keeps you so connected to your intuition. This keeps you so connected to source, to spirit. And it really makes you have a deeper appreciation for life. You just feel things deeper. You see things deeper. It's almost as if, like, how I'm getting it is like other people almost see a toned down version of the world to how you do. You see things brighter, you see things more colorful. Your mind's a bit different, you know, like you're more sensitive is what I get. You're more sensitive to energies. You're more sensitive to energies that are around you, in like people around you. You're very empathetic, and I think you love being in your own space and just having your own space to be dreamy and think freely, because when you're around some people sometimes, you know, without realizing or with realizing, you tap in and connect to their energy, and it kind of blocks your flow of being so dreamy because, you know, I get with this empathicness as well, that you tap into people's energy and you make them lighter, you soothe them, you transmute energy. So whether you realize this or not, you might find it blocks your flow of daydream or dreaminess, because there's like, sometimes you can attract people who are a bit hurt, wounded, or lower vibrational, and you attract them for a reason. You attract them because you're a healer. Your presence naturally lifts people up and heals them, because your mind is very free. There's not much resistance in your mind. And I'm not saying this is all the time, but this is what makes you so special, right? Is that when you're daydreaming, when you're reflecting, when you're just thinking, when you're zoned out and just thinking in your day-to-day, your mind is very free and relaxed. This means that there's not as much tension, whereas a lot of people are very like tense. It's the sorry, my description is not very good, but a lot of people are very tense in their mind, almost as if they need like a massage to the brain. Whereas for you guys, this is how you recuperate, this is how you gain energy and get rid of the resistance and the fast-pacedness, is by just being in your own energy, reflecting, sitting down and being like, finally in my own space, in my own room. Like, you could be more introverted people as well, because you pick up energy of others so deeply as well. You definitely are very watery souls. A forget-me-not grows in the pond in my garden, so you could love being around water, you could love being near water or in water even, you could love reflecting upon water. You may even be this type to really question and reflect and think about the universe, in the sense of, I wonder what's in the ocean. Not much of the ocean has been discovered. I wonder what lies out there. I wonder what's out in space, what more there is to space. Will we ever know? So you have a really, really amazing dreamy imagination. This is what makes you so special, as I said, because this refills your cup when you're in this space, and it refills your cup because you're connected to source, you're connected to that inner third eye space. So yeah, so you could have really cool dreams as well, but in general, you have an amazing imagination of thinking of ideas. And I get for some of you that these aren't all tangible, practical things. Some of these things are really out there. Like, you come up with crazy ideas with like such cool concepts or visions, or like ideas or conspiracies that are just really quite magical, because they're very abstract. You could even dream and think of ideas that are like, you have your own dream world. That's what I'm getting. What's special about you guys is you have this own dream world in your mind. For some of you, take this if it resonates, because I feel like this is split, but for some of you, this comes from childhood. You may have had to be in more of an escapism mindset, is what I see. Like, you could, okay, this is getting very split now. So some of you were either had not many siblings, or you were an only child, and so you kind of escaped into this dream world to get lost in. Some of you didn't have the best childhoods, and that's, this could be on a very much a big scale. So you could have had a really hard life growing up, or it could be on the other end of the scale and just be that you didn't feel fully seen for your sensitivity, because I feel like you're a very sensitive person, and like could even, I know we're all on the autistic scale, but it gives me that energy, like feminine autism, which is actually different to masculine autism. So you give me this energy of in your childhood, maybe creating this dreamland, this dream space, or within the mind of having to escape into. And I think that's just because the world around you is so much duller than the world inside your mind, and your imagination. So yeah, this dream world is what makes you special, because this dream world allows you to think past the limits, think beyond the norms, of what's capable, what's possible. And big things grow from that type of mindset. Big things grow from the imagination, because everything that is ever in this whole world only exists because someone imagined it first. And you know how creative you have to be to imagine something that doesn't even exist? Like, you're out here imagining a life that, some people, like, it's like, even if you're not working towards that, you're out here getting imaginative ideas about life and things that people wouldn't even know how to do or make it possible, or it wouldn't you're not sure how it would structure in society. Like, oh, we all live in tree houses, that would be amazing, but how would it work out? I don't know, but everything needs to be first imagined. So yeah, this is what I really get for your energy. You're very connected to the divine, you're very grounded, very dreamy. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can get anything else through, or if that is all it for you guys. Your thoughts literally branch off. It's like you'll start thinking one thing and you can end up in a completely different place of thought to how you started. And some of you are like, right, so I started thinking about this and somehow I got on to thinking about this, which is like, and it can just be the most randomest things, you know. I'm getting, it's like, you know, when you're on YouTube and you end up on like some really crazy random video, it's like that for you guys, but in your mind. It can jump very suddenly to different places, to different things. It's like thoughts that connect for you don't, it's like some people, they have to have a very logical way of connecting thoughts, but for you, you make thought connections with things that might not even seem connected to other people. You make connections. You're very good at making thought connections, and this is why you're good at researching and learning about new things, because once you know it, I think you can make your own connections and your own kind of theories of how you think it works and things like that. So that is your reading, guys, of what makes you so special. I hope you can relate and resonate. Leave a comment down below if you do. It has been a pleasure being in your energy. Thank you so much, you beautiful souls, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Beautiful pile number 3s, if you chose this autumn fairy sticker, this is going to be what your reading of what makes you so special, why your soul and why you in general are so special. Okay, I feel as if we're dealing with some very special souls in this pile, only because your message is a bit more deeper than the ones I've done so far. I feel like you guys are very, very, very old souls. Very old souls. And I feel like what's special about you is you as a soul. This is literally what makes you special, is because of your soul, how old your soul is, how wise you are, how understanding you are. And this came from, like, for some of you, some not nice experiences, maybe in childhood or growing up. You know, you went through some tough times. You were in some places that felt like you were just sitting on a branch of thorns, and maybe you felt stuck there. I'm getting really in childhood as well, and I feel as if you had some experiences that weren't very nice, that made you close your energy off or protect your energy, or you had to protect your energy. So no matter what, who's watching this, no matter what you've been through, there's some things that have happened in your life that have made you protect your energy. I'm also getting this vibe of, and maybe become a bit more timid of people because of your experience of how maybe people treated you. And I'm getting this energy that some of you, this is going to be quite specific for a few of you, but you may have had something growing up, like to do with, like, you could have, maybe your family, you know, didn't have loads of money. Maybe you had clothes that were hand down or secondhand, or, you know, secondhand shoes, or maybe it was something like to do with your hair, or this is like a very specific view. You could have been going through something when you were younger to do with your health that made you feel as if you couldn't really play as much with the other children, or there's this energy of separation from you and other people, especially when you're younger, as if maybe, you know, like, I'm getting this vibe as if this fairy is looking at a group of fairies and they're thinking like, wow, they look like they're having so much fun, they look like they're having a really good time playing together, or they look like they're really good friends, and it's almost as if you want to join in, you want to be part of these groups, you want to be involved, but for some reason you feel as if you can't, like as if you maybe struggled with anxiety, or you were a bit shyer, or even like coming across, and just for some of you it could just be the first initial interactions that makes you feel uncomfortable, you're a bit less confident. when it came to doing this, but you really admired watching this and you just wish like, ah, that looks so fun, you know? I'm getting this energy of you looking at something, especially maybe in your childhood, and being like, that looks so amazing, that looks so fun, or I wish I could do that, I wish I could join in. But maybe there were limitations for you when you were younger. Maybe you had stricter parents, so you couldn't go out and play, or you know, maybe you lived further away, or this is where it really differs. But that overall energy is this energy of observation, you observing others around you and you being very tuned in. You're a really old soul, and I feel like some of you could have just felt out of place growing up, as if like you're kind of alien, or you don't fit in, or you feel this kind of imposter syndrome, or I don't know, like, how will people accept me? I feel so different inside, is this type of energy I get. So please take that if it resonates. If that's resonating so far, then this is going to be your pile. What makes you so special is all of these things, because there's not many souls like you, and you've had to go through some hard life experiences in this incarnation that were fated for you to experience along your path. Because ultimately, in these times of going through the harder time, it is not nice. But when we come out and we look at the bigger picture, because when we come out of these times, we realize the hard times was only one phase of the journey, that it wasn't our whole story. And so these are times that you definitely look back on, and maybe you resonate deeper now of understanding of why you felt this way, why you felt these ways when you were younger, why you felt so different. And it's because you may have had to grow up a bit quicker, or parent yourself, or protect yourself in some way, and it's really made you a very wise person, but it also made you feel as if you're a bit different from everyone else, or there's something about you that makes you feel like you were a bit different from everybody. And this is true, because that's what's special about you souls, is that you are different. This is your gift. Your old souls, you have a lot of knowledge inside of you. You could love autumn. Your birthday could be in autumn season, or you could just love autumn colors, watching the leaves fall, and yeah, seeing all the bright colors. I feel like your sensory is really adept at especially to do with colors. Like, your color sensory is something that makes you very special. You have a way of picking up energies from colors. So I feel like you're a very sensitive being in the way that you pick up energy that's around you, energy in your surroundings, energy from trees, from nature. You feel things deeper. This could also be linked back to the fact that you may have gone through some harder times growing up, and so this really opened and cracked your soul up and made you more sensitive to these things. So yeah, you guys are very special souls, because you're wise, you're old souls, and you came here for a very big purpose. You can see a much higher perspective than some other people can. You're amazing at observing, and you're amazing at seeing the joy. And I this is very abstract message that's coming through, but this is what is so special about you, is that you can get joy even through other people, and this is because of your empathic abilities. So how I was saying earlier of this fairy watching some children playing and them feeling really happy, that you have a special ability to get joy through other people, through watching other people being happy, through watching really beautiful experiences, or you know what I'm saying. So you have this ability to get lost and put yourself in other people's shoes. You have like spiritual gifts and abilities, I think, that were prominent since you were younger. And maybe you went through this phase of adulthood where, you know, we all get a bit, not even lost. We never get lost. We're always where we're meant to be. But you kind of forgot about this. And then as you've got older, you've reconnected more to your inner child side. You guys could be people that maybe like spending more time alone or at home. And, you know, I feel like this is different, because I feel like some of you had to spend more time at home or alone, or you know, that type of thing. And some of you just prefer being that way. Some of you prefer being that way because of the first that I said, and some of you just are like that because you protect your energy, because you're very sensitive to picking these things up. I also get that you guys are very healing, and that you could even be into plant healing or into herbal kind of things, herbal remedies, or that you find that nature's fascinating in the way that we have all these medications nowadays, these pills and these drugs, and that actually nature has a lot of the medicines that we need. Everything we need is from nature. So yeah, you could be very connected to autumn or nature, or like watching the leaves fall in autumn. What else do we get here? I feel as if you guys might have been a bit, like, you might be quieter people. This doesn't mean that you're not loud and bubbly, but I think coming across to you first, I think you're a bit quieter, a bit more reserved, and you're really friendly, but it's almost as if, yeah, this might be something you've grown out a bit more as you've got older, but it's almost as if you're a bit more quiet and reserved when it comes to meeting people or interacting with people, you know, especially like the first time around. I feel like you're a really special soul whose energy just grows bigger the more that people get to know you. The more people get to know you, the more you open up, because you are, you're special because you're very protected, but you also protect yourself. You're very observant, and you're very observant when it comes to reading people's energy, knowing what type of people they are. Maybe this is because you've had to deal with narcissistic connections or toxic or energy vampires in the past. It wouldn't surprise me, because your energy is so high vibrational. You know, you could be the type of person that really kind of gets wounded people, or, you know, people that need healing attracted to them, and this is because you are natural healers. I also get this sense that you're healing in a sacral chakra way, which is interesting because, you know, our sacral chakra is all linked to do with like our reproductive organs and our kind of passions, our desires. It's also a sexual energy, but I feel as if you're healing in some way, or maybe this has been a point that you've had to heal a lot, is your sacral chakra, is that place, you know. So however that will resonate for you, anything to do with your passions, your creativity, definitely a creativity is what I'm getting for some of you, that you've had to have this healing, you've had this healing energy, or maybe in childhood there were knocks to maybe your creativity or to your sexuality or anything like that, and it's only made you stronger as you've got older. It's only made you stronger. It's only made you more capable, more strong. But yeah, this very fiery energy. It's funny because you have so much orange, but I don't take it as like a very fiery, abrupt energy. I get it as a very soothing, warm energy, as if you are being compared to your soul being the light that is radiating off a candle's flame. That is you. You're the warmth of a candle flame. You're the light of a candle flame. You're gentle and delicate, but you don't touch it because it can burn you. You know, it's like fire is this thing that Spirit's wanting me to compare you to, because you are very much a candle flame. When you look at candle flame, it looks very gentle, looks really smooth, looks very elegant, looks very glowing and warm and enticing and inviting. But you know that fire can also be, I'm not saying you're dangerous, but fire can also hurt you. You know, you get too close, it can burn. Like, you're not, like, you're very kind and empathic people. But I think you've learned, definitely through your life experiences, on how to protect yourself, where to set boundaries, and keeping out people that do not have their best interests for you. So I hope that this resonated for you guys. If it does, leave a comment down below. If it doesn't, I'm so sorry. It was very specific. Maybe pick another pile. But I love you all very much. I love your energy. your old souls. You could have yeah, you've been incarnated many times, you've had many past lives, and you've had many different past lives too. And I'm also sorry, one last message, getting that maybe this is part of the reason why you feel like you don't always fit in, because your soul's never adjusted to just one way of being. You've played many different roles in each of your incarnations, and this goes for as well, like roles in society, roles in, like, you know, the type of person you are. You could be like, in every lifetime, I feel like you've been very different type of energy. You know, some people are, you know, in quite a lot of their lifetimes, they might be like women, or you know what I mean. But I get this vibe that you're very different, and so this collectively gives you so much different life experience. Even if you can't remember these past lives, it gives you so much life experience, and this is where it comes from. So if you ever wondered, like, why do I feel like such an old soul, why do I get things deeper, it's because you have so much experience from so many different kind of ways of experiencing life. So yeah, I love you all very much, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Hello, pile number 4s. Last but not least, if you picked this sticker, Lily of the Valley, this is going to be your reading of what makes you so special. Okay, so first of all, let's pick some things out so you can tell if you're in the right pile as well. So something that makes you so special is your spirituality or your dedication to your religion. Definitely, there's something very spiritual or ethereal about you, especially because this girl's in all white. I can see that you're very connected to the divine, even the angelic realms. And I also think that you're very intelligent, and could also be very good with numbers and counting. Or there's something about numbers that's significant for you, maybe seeing angel numbers, or yeah, counting things. Maybe counting things is part of your job, or maybe you just enjoy counting things. Take that however it resonates. But overall, you guys are very spiritual, you're very pure energied souls. Your chakras, your aura is very high vibrational, it's very pure. Something that makes you very special is honestly your vibration, your energy in general, the way that your mind works. You're very intelligent, and you're very dedicated to something. You could be dedicated to building something up, and that's why I get the counting energy, almost as if like you're building something up. Or you could also like collecting something. So some of you could like collecting things. Just for an example, if you are spiritual, you could like collecting crystals or tarot decks, or just anything that really lights you up. There's something that some of you collect that I think you'll know if you're in the right place by me saying that. I also feel this very soft, gentle energy to you, again with the white and this being a lily. I really feel this softness to you. Yeah, this really bounciness to you as well. Maybe when you were a child, you were quite bouncy and a happy child. You could have even had your hair cut quite short when you were younger as well. I know this is so crazy and random, but there's something about teeth here, or, you know, maybe you've had to have cavities out. Oh, this could also be that you have a very sweet tooth. You could love popcorn, or like anything that's more snacky, like snacking on things, like picking on popcorn, picking on crisps or little sweets. You know what I mean? You could be a snacker. Or just have a sweet tooth in general. I also think some of you might be parents, and I only say that because I got this energy of counting teeth, and these are teeth and you're collecting teeth, and the only logical explanation that I thought of, I was like, what, spirit? Like, collecting teeth? Some of you could be a parent, and so, you know, that's where it comes from. You have a child, and you know, you collect the teeth for the tooth fairy. So you could be very connected to the fairy realms as well, which is manifestation. I feel as if you guys, what makes you special is that you're gifted at manifesting because of your vibration. Your energy is a clear channel. When you manifest something, it's almost as if you can pull it through your chakras with a lot more ease than some other people can. I think something that naturally makes you special is that you're connected to manifestation, whether you do this consciously or subconsciously. But to be honest, with the vibe I'm getting, I think you all do this consciously. You're all very grounded, and as I was saying at the beginning, you could be dedicated to some kind of spirituality or morals or religion that you pray for. But yeah, so in general, what makes you special is your really pure energy, your crown chakra. Some of you could even channel from the divine or the angelic realms. As I said, some of you like collecting things. Some of you are very intelligent. What else? I keep getting references to corn as well. Like, I saw these as popcorn, and I'm seeing this as like the leaves on corn, which is weird. And maybe because food keeps coming through so strongly, what makes you special is that you could be a really good cook, or you could be into baking, or had a phase where you're into baking. And I think this is coming through as what's special, because it's your manifestation, right? Whenever you make something, whenever you're doing something, you're creating, which is manifesting. You're not just cooking food, you're manifesting food. And you use this ability. This is what's so special about you. I think some of you don't even realize to the extent of how much you use your ability. If you're about to make dinner, you've manifested it, because somewhere in your higher self's mind, they've pictured the perfect way they want it to turn out, and it just goes that way. You know, I'm not saying everything goes your way, but you have a very much a gift when it comes to manifestation, even for the tiniest of things. So yeah, I think you use your manifestating abilities a lot more than you even realize. And this is what makes you so special, is that your gifts come so naturally to you, because they are so linked into your actual energy and vibration. And you guys are all very highly linked with the angelic realms. You're very protected by your spirit team as well. You have spirits that watch over you and guide you, and I think that a lot of you know this and feel this as well. Some of you could like some of you could like touching things, or the way that things feel, especially like material or something like that. Like, you could be quite a physical person, like you like to smell things or touch things. Like, you're walking around a clothes shop, you want to touch the clothes and see how they feel. You want to smell the candles before you buy them. You want to, you know what I mean? You could be quite a I feel like what this is your spirit's getting so excited because, okay, what makes you so special is that your spirit gets so excited for this 3D world in ways that other people don't. Like, you get lit up by littler things, such as food, such as, you know, just little things like flowers and things that people don't often, you know, like, might get much enjoyment out of. You get more enjoyment out of these things because your soul is very much sensory pleasured, in the way that you get kind of like enjoyment out of sensory things, like touching nice materials, smelling nice smells, eating nice foods. Your soul's actually very connected to the 3D material realm in many ways that maybe you don't realize, because I feel like, because you're so like, you might be spiritual, religious, because you're so high vibrational. I feel like you could be the type of people to just be like, this 3D world, you know. But what's so special about you is that your soul's actually so connected to this 3D world, in the way that it loves all of the things that it can hold. Like, in the 3D, it is things like smell, touch, taste. Like, there are our senses in the 3D. And also with manifestation, that's why you're so connected to this 3D world as well, with your manifestation. So you guys are very, very pure high vibrational spirits, is what makes you so special. You're always learning. You're a learner and could be a teacher as well. I get that you like learning about you like that. Just take that if it resonates. You like learning. This could be about so many different things, so I don't want to get too specific, but some of you could like learning about different types of flowers. Some of you could like learning about, you know, different species of animal, or I don't know, it could be anything. You like learning, and I feel like this is kind of because you're also a teacher. The things that you learn, you pick up and you keep with you, and you then pass on to other people. This makes you a teacher. Yeah, you guys just know that you're very spiritually protected. There's always kind of spirits like looking out for you and making sure that you're not near any harm or anything like that, to just let you be in the zone and let your soul be more free. Also getting for this pile that growing up you could have been in more of a structured placement, like an all-girls school, or a boarding school, or if that doesn't resonate, it doesn't have to. That's just for a few of you. If not, you grew up in quite a structured, maybe setting of rules and disciplines, or tradition and keeping tradition. I feel like what's special about you is that you're not the green sheep, you're the black sheep of your family. You're here to break generational cycles. You're here to break ancestral cycles. You are very much an angelic being. You're very much a light worker. You came here for a higher purpose. And I know we all do, but like you really, really did. Like you chose to come into the family that you're into. You chose to come into the life that you're into because you want to break the cycles. You want to change things. You are different. You are the black sheep. You are creating a new normal in whatever way that is, whether it's a new normal of being perceived or a new normal of ways of thinking and exploring the world and experiencing the world. You kind of light up everyone around you because of how deeply you tune into things. Like when I was saying about food and like drink and smells, like you lift other people up because some people can't perceive things in that way. And it's almost as if when you are like this and you get excited for things that you think are amazing in the 3D world, this makes other people feel more amazed and more excited too, because they weren't open to that energy and you opened that energy. You're a really healing person. You're a really cleansing person. You could have energy healing abilities, or just simply being around you is healing because of your vibration. You have a way of opening up energy for people, whether that's like new perspectives, new ways of thinking. You have all I can say is how I'm getting it, and it's almost as if Spirit's saying like you open up portals of energy for people to experience, because we can't experience something if we physically like don't feel that emotion. And how I'm getting it is that the way that you feel emotions, you can open up this energy for other people and give it to them too, because you're almost a channel for this. So this is really interesting because personally I've never thought about energy in this way, but people can only kind of experience and perceive, like how they're feeling and what they know. They can't just make something up, and it's like you open up higher realms of energies for those around you. So all I can say, you open up higher realms of energy. As I said, by the way that you perceive things, the way that you think about things, you also channel a lot. Whether you realize or not, you channel a lot. You tell people things that come from their spirit team, their angels, their guides. I honestly think you guys, you're so special because you're an angel incarnated. You are literally an earth angel. You came here to do divine work, and you are doing divine work in whatever way that is for you. It doesn't necessarily mean your full-time job needs to be something spiritual or healing, but it's just that your energy in general, without you realizing, is already doing it. You're already raising the collective vibration by being here. You're already raising the vibration by these little things that you may not even notice. I think what's so special about you is you don't even see how special you are, you guys. You don't see how special you are. You don't see what an impact and importance your energy is and makes to those around you and the whole collective, the whole world. You are literally an angel incarnated. Okay, and I'm just so excited for you and your whole journey, because you're going to do some crazy magical things in this life. I mean, you're gifted manifestors for starters. So also, side note, we have Lily of the Valley. Lilies could be significant to you. The name Lily could be, or your name could start with an L, but it doesn't have to. So that's your short little message of what makes you so special, you guys. I really enjoyed tapping into your energy. It was really quite high vibrational. And so it's like, I don't know, it took me left field. Anyways, I love you so much, and I'll speak to you all soon.